Hey guys, I'm back with This is America's Turn. They have $52. This is what I like to buy with America. I like to buy a battleship, carrier, destroyer, and submarine. And the reason why is because at the beginning of the game, America starts out completely neutral. And as you can see, there's not near as much stuff as some of the other countries, especially Japan. Especially over here on the European side. This is all we got. On the European side, this is it. And we have to show these German submarines that they aren't going to be king of the Atlantic. And so we have to build up our navy in order to get over here and help the British and the Russians. The reason why is because the Russians and the British cannot handle the German and Italian threat by themselves. They need American help, and so you have to get your behind over here, either North Africa or Norway, and get some stuff done, and you have to have a strong navy to do that. Over here we have to deal with Japan, and we have a much bigger navy in the Pacific than we do in the Atlantic, and so that's why I spend everything in the Atlantic first turn, just to even it up. That way they have no idea if we're going completely European, completely Pacific, or if we're going to split it up. Alright, so since we are not at war with anybody, we cannot attack anyone, so let's do our non-combatant movements. The Philippines is a waste of time. There's no point in defending it. You cannot defend it. It's physically impossible. You can build a factory there, you can build some land units, but Japan will just come in with massive force, use airplanes, use all their ships, and they'll take it by force no matter what. And you'll just lose everything there, all that money that was spent. And so it's better just to save everything possible and send it towards Hawaii. So we're going to take this fighter. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, land here in Hawaii. We're going to take the submarine destroyer, go 1, 2, 3 here into the Gilbert Islands. And so we've saved the majority of the stuff in the Philippine Islands. These 2 infantry we cannot rescue, unfortunately, so we'll just have to leave them. And hopefully they'll give the Japanese a fight. Now we're going to move the Navy from Sea Zone 10 down here to Hawaii. We're massed in Hawaii, and there's a transport here. So we're going to take this infantry and this artillery and drop it off here in Hawaii as well. So now we've got all of our Navy massed in Hawaii, and we have 2 fully loaded transports. That's exactly what we want. The reason why is because when we finally get to the war, we're going to move here, take the Caroline Islands, help protect Anzac. Anzac's going to feed us transports and infantry, and we're going to feed warships this way. And then we're going to take the Philippines back and cut Japan off from these money islands, which is where they get the majority of their money. That's exactly what we want to do. Now we're going to take this fighter from the western United States and send it to the eastern United States. Take this bomber from the central United States and move it to the eastern United States. Now the reason why we do this is because we're going to place a brand new aircraft carrier here in Sea Zone 101, and we need fighters to fill it, henceforth the 2 planes. And the bomber is for whenever we finally enter the war. We're going to send it over here to London, and then we can start bombing German and Italian industries. And it's always the worst whenever your industries are getting bombed, because that's less money spent on troops and more money being wasted trying to fix your industries and keep afloat. Alright, now I think that's everything except for placing our new units. Now I know that America's not at war with anybody, and according to the rules, they're supposed to have minor industrial complexes until they enter the war. Then they will upgrade to major industrial complexes. However, I don't like to do that just because I'm lazy. I don't like having to switch from major to minor in the middle of the game. I just prefer to keep the major there the whole time, and then just remember that I can only place a certain number of units on certain spaces. You know, 3 here, a total of 6 in the sea zones, which we only placed 4, so that's in accordance with the rules. Only 3 here or 3 here. Alright, that's it. America saved $2 when they bought all that stuff, so they'll have $54 next turn. They didn't make any more money than that because they are not at war with anybody, so no national objectives. They didn't lose any territory, and they didn't gain any territory. They just saved a couple bucks, so I think that's it. Alright, I will see you guys in the next video.